Hey everyone, Andrea from Summit Valley Soap here. It's almost fall and I made some soaps for it. This one turned out so gorgeously fall. It's called Autumn Wreath. I started out with my oils and I'm gonna go ahead and add my fragrance. This is Autumn Wreath by Nature's Garden. It behaves pretty well, so I can put it in early. It is a spicy scent. It does heat your soap up, at least it did mine, but it didn't speed things up super quick, so it was decently behaved. I'm gonna go ahead and portion this out. I'm gonna do hanger swirls. So I'll divide this out. I'm gonna do a lot of fall colors here. The fragrance does not discolor, so I'm gonna leave a portion uncolored that should be kind of just a light tan. I've got yellow orange, there's some cocoa there for a brown. Just going for all things fall. My orange is Pumpkinhead by Mad Micas. I go ahead and do this with just the oils, and then I'll add the lie-in later. My yellow is Taxi Cab. That maroon color is Spicy Tomato. All of these are Mad Micas, except for the brown, which, like I said, I use cocoa powder for that. That's just what I've always done for brown. This is a little bit of sodium lactate. That is a liquid salt that helps everything harden up so it'll pop out of the mold a little easier and quicker for me. I'm gonna glove up and add my lye. The biggest portion is the uncolored portion, and then the colored portions are a little bit smaller. I'll do this one first. I have a feeling it will move the slowest, just because there's no colorant in there. A lot of times for me, mica seems to speed things up just a little bit. So I'll work on getting that uncolored one up to trace first, and then work on the colored portions. Anytime you're doing all these colors, you really want your trace to be equal. And I find that difficult because I'm using 3 different micas, no mica and cocoa. And with soap, any little variable changes things up. If you've got one part that gets real thick and another part that doesn't, it makes it hard to do swirls or any kind of design, really. So here we go on this uncolored portion. I'll mix it up really good until I think it's coming to trace. Again, because I figure it will move the slowest. And if you make soap, you know, sometimes what you think is gonna happen is not what happens. But hey, we all just do our best, right? This is looking so very fall, or so very 70s. I was born in the 70s, and I tend to kind of channel those vibes sometimes. And I feel like I'm doing it right here with this soap. So if I don't sell all these in the fall, I can rebrand it as like that 70s soap or something along those lines. So here we go. What I'm gonna do is pour the uncolored portion, and then my colored, and we'll just rotate. Colored, uncolored, going through all these different ones. I kind of arbitrarily chose which one to do next. You can think it and overthink it all day long, but I don't know. In the end, I'm just pouring some soap and really hoping it turns out pretty. At this point, it looks like ketchup and mustard to me, but I have faith in the final product. That's very mustard, you have to admit. All right, now that I'm almost to the top, I'm gonna take my hanger tool and just do a few swirls. I want them to be more than just drops. I want them to kind of have some movement. Here we go. And I just do a few loop-de-loops. I don't want to do too much. It's so easy to muddle. And I'm kind of late to the hanger swirl game. I usually just do drop swirls, but this is something I've been playing with a little bit lately. I'm going to take the rest of this batter, pop it out on top in its mustard glory. Get it all out of there. And it is getting pretty thick at this point. A lot of times if your fragrance is a little spicy, if it's got some cinnamon or clove or any kind of spicy notes, a lot of times it will either accelerate or heat up or both. In this case for me, it didn't really accelerate, but it wasn't super slow moving either. And it did heat up and I got a few cracks in the top, but it's fine. I probably wouldn't oven process this if you do choose to use this one, but otherwise I highly recommend it. It smells lovely. All right, we'll put that to bed. And here we are the next day. You can kind of see I have a crack down the center, again, because it overheated. So if you're an oven processor, probably don't use this fragrance in the oven. All right, moment of truth on these hanger swirls. It definitely looks like Thanksgiving on the side there, doesn't it? All right, cross your fingers. Ah, gorgeous. That just screams fall. I love it. Looks like an explosion of fall leaves. You know, you never know what's happening in that mold. So it's always nice when you cut these open for them to be gorgeous. Smells lovely, looks lovely, and it is definitely fall. Perfect. I'm just beveling the edges here, planing these out so that they're perfect. Well, I went out with the goal to make a soap for the fall, and I'd say this is it. These will be available on September 1st in my Etsy shop. I'm Summit Valley Soap on Etsy. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.